If you are tired of having those blood sugar levels skyrocket high and drop faster than a roller coaster, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to share 3 winning strategies with you that are going to help you transform your diabetes wellness for real. First, if you are new, welcome. And if you're someone who's in my Facebook group, who's joined me with masterclasses or been in my programs, well, then welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cheryl Ivaniski, and I'm founder of Holistic Diabetes Solutions. And it's a place where women and men come to learn how to balance their blood sugar levels naturally. And we all want to have all-day energy every day. And we all want to add quality and enrich our lives. And that's exactly what I provide to you. I'm a 5-time international best-selling author, in the Guinness World Book of Records, and a holistic diabetes coach that helps coach people back to living successfully in their lives with targeted blood sugar levels 90 to 100% of the time. So if you're stuck and you're struggling right now and you're not sure where to start if you're new, or if you've had this for a few years and you're stuck and you just don't know how to get out of stuck and need a reset, I've got your back. So be sure to click the subscribe button below so that you don't miss a single episode. Okay, so in this video, I am bringing you 3 holistic diabetes essential guidelines that you need to know that are going to help you lower and balance your blood sugar levels every single day. They're simple and they're easy to follow. And I'll tell you, you're going to start experiencing better, more targeted blood sugar levels in real time as soon as your next meal or snack. So get ready. Here are the 3 strategies we're going to talk about. Number 1, recognizing and identifying the best diabetes-friendly food allies. Number 2, identifying and recognizing food triggers. And finally, a closer look at how to add quality proteins into your day every day. Not just once a day, but throughout the day. In later episodes, I'm going to show you so much more, including how to create your own diabetes success system, diabetes-friendly plate. So right now, let's review those action steps. So number 1 is look at what are those diabetes-friendly foods. And I like to call them allies. In our diabetes success system, we identify them as allies. And so what are the characteristics of a good diabetes ally? Well, they want to have fiber in them. They want to be of a natural source, and they want to have a lower glycemic index so they don't spike your sugars high. Those are 3 of many characteristics, but for today, that's what we're going to focus on. So what are some of those foods? So when you want to look at foods that are slower to digest in your body, you're going to be looking at things like a handful of carrots, celery, broccoli, red peppers, to name a few. But keep in mind, you can have these raw, or you can enjoy them in omelets. You can enjoy them in stir fries. You can enjoy them in soups. You can enjoy them in stews. Many, many ways to enjoy them. But also, you want to look at some of the grains too that help to slow down those spikes. So one thing that's really great for you are steel cut oats and oatmeal. Other examples include grains like quinoa and kamut, as well as all those collard greens, spinach, lettuce, and those wonderful vegetables. When you're looking at those solutions, it may surprise you that you can add fruit to your meals. Now, whether they're snacks between meals or maybe an after dinner, later dessert, fruit, inspired fruit choices that are low on the glycemic index are perfect. Why? They have natural fiber, they have natural sugars, and many of them are low on the glycemic index. Let me give you some examples. There are pears, apples, kiwis, and of course, there's the berries, the strawberries, the raspberries, the blueberries, the blackberries. So there are so many choices. They make that perfect snack, don't forget. Action step 2 is all about identifying your trigger foods. And those are foods that are high on the glycemic index, that break down in your body very, very quickly. So they raise your sugars like the speed of light, and they have little fiber in them. The glycemic index is an index that's rated based on how quickly each food raises your blood sugar levels. So each food has a number attached to it that indicates if it raises it very quickly, the higher the number, the higher the sugar goes. So there's foods that are high, medium, and low. So those foods that have a high glycemic index are trigger foods for the most part. So it's all about the foods that also have that lack of fiber and lack of nutrition. So what do some of those look like? Well, when we look at them, that can also include fruit like overripe bananas, overripe pineapples. It can also include dried fruits, things like raisins. But it doesn't include all dried fruits because there are things like mulberries that are actually low in the glycemic index. So it's all about, heightening your awareness. So when we're also looking at what foods, when you're shopping in the grocery store, and you're not quite sure what those glycemic foods are, or you're not too familiar, what you want to do is know that when it comes to packaged foods, so whether it's packaged cookies, packaged pasta, packaged crackers, cereals, those snacks that you find in the grab bags in the snack aisle, those are things that break down into simple sugars very quickly and are actually void of so much nutrition. So be aware of those. Now, there are some vegetables that also have a high glycemic index. Some of those include high starchy vegetables like corn, like potatoes, like peas. Now, action step 3 is being able to choose quality protein and being able to get that into your meals, and not just at once, but throughout the day. And a really great thing about protein is, although it's not going to raise or lower your blood sugar levels, it will help to stabilize them when they're balanced. And the other thing is, when we're looking at protein, we're looking at feeling satiated. We're looking at feeling satisfied. So we're not gravitating to those sugary foods, because when our body's getting the nutrition that it needs, it's not craving sugars because it's getting the nutrition that it needs. So examples of poor quality proteins include those things that have a lot of marbling and fat in the red meats. Now, there are lean cuts of meats, but with red meats that have the marbling and the fat, many of them have a high content of saturated fat. So foods that are high in saturated fat or cholesterol are foods you want to be aware of and limit. Other examples include the bacon, the breakfast sausages or regular sausages, the bolognas, the salamis, the luncheon meats, things like that, the skin on game or chicken or turkey, those types of things. Now, what are some of the great quality proteins that you want to start integrating into your day? Well, some of those great quality proteins include things like lean cuts of chicken, lean cuts of turkey, even some alternatives like tempeh and tofu, but other things include freshwater fish, saltwater fish, like salmon and seafood, which is so wonderful. Other examples can include how and what you put in smoothies as well. Other things can also be low fat dairy or alternatives to dairy, like almond milk. So there's many different choices. I really enjoy including protein in my smoothies. I love the hummuses, the black bean dips, the vegetables in my omelets, and of course, salmon's always a favorite. Lots of great ways to get protein in your diet. And also, portion management is something to be very, very aware of as well. So we have great options here in all of our 3 action steps. So let's just recap what we've covered. We looked at how to identify and recognize diabetes-friendly allies. We just covered the guidelines on how to identify and look at what trigger foods are. And we also learned all about the high quality proteins and how to get those into your day. So these steps are a great start to lowering and balancing your blood sugar levels naturally. And these are a few of the pieces of a big picture of optimal diabetes wellness and living the diabetes-free lifestyle. And there's so many successful strategies and techniques you'll want to do to impact your overall health and make your every day and evening a positive experience for you. And, imagine having an all-day energy. Imagine having that great night's sleep without it being interrupted. Imagine having the stamina and being back in the groove of doing the things you love to do and wanting to do it and being able to do it. And you don't have to be tired anymore. And imagine, just loving food again. So if you want to wake up refreshed and if you want to experience all these wonderful post meals and really great normal fasting blood sugar levels, you're going to want to hit the subscribe button below, and you're going to want to subscribe. Hold on, I got a gift for you. So you're going to find in the description below how you're going to not just enjoy it, but how to get that free gift. And all you have to do is simply click and claim it. So now it's time for you to take action. So what of all the tools today that you've learned, which one are you going to use first? And how are you planning to use it? So I want you to leave a comment and I want you to let me know. So until our next episode, continue to do everything and more to feel amazing, to get in that targeted blood sugar zone, and to live vibrantly well. Why? Because you deserve it.